Alright, welcome to the Derelict campaign for Free Phase 2. Let me get the started. There we go. Right. You're now aboard of a shooting ship. This is Free Phase 2 with the Derelict campaign. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the music in the intro. It's called Adagio for strings, but apparently it doesn't sound Adagio to me. Adagio to me is really slow. But it's part of the soundtrack for Rise of the Triad. Rise of the Triad has one of my favorite DOS game soundtracks ever. Just waiting for the mission to get started. Great.
4 days have passed since the attack by the mercenary group on the Capellan refugees entering at the GVI Luxor. Thankfully, all that was destroyed were a few containers of food. Morgan Technologies has generously offered aid to the refugees until the subspace corridor to Tau Sigma is reopened. All has remained quiet out there since the attack, and despite numerous searches, we have been unable to locate the Ithaca, the mercenary corvette. However, at 10:46 Terran Standard Time, we received a distress call from the GTSC Berkeley. This Terran science cruiser was studying magnetic field anomalies near the Kaza Belt, a scattered asteroid belt between Altair 3 and Altair 4. The Berkeley report that it was under attack from the Deimos-class corvette. Based on this data and the events of the past 4 days, we must assume this to be the Ithaca. The Ithaca destroyed the Berkeley at 10:52 hours. The threat the Ithaca poses is extreme. We cannot ignore it, nor can we wait for GTVA fleet assets to reinforce us. By that time, the Ithaca may have moved on. We must deal with the Ithaca at once. Unfortunately, the GVCV Quadmotep was severely damaged in its last engagement. Despite repairs, it is still not fit for battle. The Quadmotep will have to fight at long range, if at all. Still, at this point, we have little choice. Regrettably, we have been unable to repair the damage which your Myrmidon fighters sustained during the engagement in the Altair Tau Sigma jump corridor. We lack the parts required for the full refit of a Terran fighter. The Myrmidons will never fly again. You will have to make use of the Pursuant fighters which we have available. Fortunately, we have enough spare fighters for you to use, and some fighters modified for Terran use. Get used to them. We may not be flying Terran issues for a while to come. Report the mission briefings on the double, Pirate.
Boy, well, thinking I want to play the Blue Planet campaign after I beat Derelict, but I don't know if the Blue Planet, it takes place in the same continuum, same timeline as the I don't know if Blue Planet takes place in the same continuum or the same timeline as Derelict or Blue Planet, whatever. Right now.
Well aware, the Ithaca must be dealt with immediately. Latest data shows it is seeking refuge in the Kaza Belt. The belt's composition prevents sensors from penetrating it. We believe that the Ithaca is making repairs within the belt. Because of its intelligence value alone, we must attempt to capture the Ithaca. This will also eliminate the threat posed by the vessel without having the Quadmotep engage it in direct combat.
Are we gonna get Maxims? Are we gonna be flying bombers?
Alpha Flying Horse fighters will be integral to this mission's success. You must plant a tag guidance beacon on the Ithaca's hull. Evade the fighters guarding the core deck until this task is complete. Our data suggests 4 to 5 fighters, all damaged, guarding the air. The GVCB Chlorotep will then engage the Ithaca at long range using overcharged beam cannons. The weapons will only have enough energy for a few shots, so the Chlorotep may need your help to disable the Ithaca. For this reason, the Akaton STG Disruptor Cannon has been made available to you if you wish to use it. However, you will be required to modify your ROGAP if you wish to use this weapon. You may vary your ROGAP if you wish, though the TAD missiles will be required for the mission. The GTVA Neath will be fighting the sensor scrambler field to prevent the detection of the Chlorotep by the mercenaries. Alpha Wing will then deal with the defending fighters. Once the Ithaca is disabled and the area is secure, the GVT Isorov will enter the area to secure the Ithaca and her crew. The mercenary vessel will be in no shape to put up a fight, so hopefully they'll surrender peacefully. If they do not, Alpha Wing will disarm them as well. When we have the Ithaca's crew, you will be authorized to depart. Good hunting, Alpha.
Man, with the anti-fire beams, the Ithaca attacks, this will not be easy. So we're given tag B. Don't get to use since it's a morning star that pushes other fighters. I can't even use the Katana SDGs on the horse fighters. Beyond Thoth. Purpose then. Okay. Purpose can do Katana SDGs. Go.
There's a target. The attack override.
Tag the Ithaca so that we can lock out.
Forgot that I needed the tag missiles. Shit. Right.
There's a target.
Be towards to get within range of launching a tag beam missile.
Our beam cannons, Alpha 1. Epsilon Wing will engage the enemy escort fighters first, while you tag the Ithaca Alpha.
Looks like they're repairing the hull on our corvette. We better do this fast before they're up to full strength.
Acquiring target now. Beam cannons fire.
This is the Ithaca, requesting immediate assistance. We are under attack by the Sudan forces.
Be on your guard, Alpha. The Ithaca has signaled to reinforcements.
And maybe I should take the engines. Oh, it's disabled.
Okay. Render your vessel to us. You will not be harmed. Stand down at once.
You're in no condition to fight, pirate. Very well. Standing down, main weapons.
These are mercenaries. They'll probably be really crafty. With something underhanded. Maybe they'll...
To whom do you report, Ithaca? I do not have to answer that. As a prisoner of war, I have the right to remain silent under BATAC. As you wish.
It doesn't look like they're going to cooperate with us.
We'll see how much they cooperate when we get back to the CVI Luxor.
Man.
Picking up a new hostile wing. All fighters, engage those pirates.
How close do I have to be to the microphone in order to... How close do I have to be to the microphone in order to be heard? In order to be... so that my voice doesn't get cut out. Right there. You know, those myrmidons, they almost look like the ones that I flew. But again, it could be a case of me not speaking properly. Maybe the speech recognition is not inaccurate because I'm not speaking properly. Okay. Maybe they'll activate. I have to wonder if they will activate self-destruct when Isroth docks with Ithaca. Goodness, whoever did the upgraded missile hit the visual effects, they really did a splendid job of that. Should be more cautious. You think they're gonna pull the trigger on the self-destruct when they dock with Ithaca? I'm gonna have to be prepared for that possibility. Linux distribution that I'm running right now is currently Kubuntu 2404. Windows 10 support is about to end soon, so... and there's been a campaign running called End of Windows 10 Upgrade, where they people running repair shops offer to do upgrades to help people get fed up with Linux. But, you know, oh man. This is free space too. A lot of different things could happen.
Escape pods exiting the Osaka. Negative. They're gone already.
Explain this. Why did you launch those pods? Respond, Ithaca.
They're about to self-destruct, aren't they? What is that?
I just picked up some burst transmission data.
Palmota, I did not authorize the departure of those pods. It's
Jesus. The Osaka's going down. Repeat, it's going down. We've lost the Corvette and the Endurance.
Dang. I was right.
Check out the unknown vessel which may hold command.
And by the time we get there, they will already have jumped out. It's the fastest science cruiser. All the way out there, man. I'm tired. So tired.
Chromatin. The unknown is a Foster's class science vessel. The unknown is jumping out. We couldn't ID it.
Call out, Alpha. This mission is over.
Figured they would.
The apparent self-immolation of the crew of the Ithaca cannot be readily explained, especially considering their last words. It appears that they were taken by surprise as we were. We suspect that the destruction of the Ithaca is linked to the unusual sensor readings recorded by Alpha 2 just prior to the explosion. The sensor data is under analysis now. The crew of the GVT Ice Roth were killed in action. However, their honourable death was not entirely in vain, but we are at least removed from the threat the Ithaca posed. The mercenary rings which threatened us were all destroyed by you and your wings. For this, you are to be commended. In the fight against pilots and mercenaries, we need to retain the upper hand. The identity and allegiance of the unidentified Faustus-class science vessel sighted near the Ithaca immediately prior to the exposed remains unknown. Our pilots were unable to gain sensor lock. We're looking into the vessel's origin and noting we have little to go on. It seems that there may be more powerful forces at work here than we could previously imagined.
By the way, I am testing out... decided to increase the maximum number of concurrent streams in the whatchamacallit, enhanced broadcasting. So
The apparent self-immolation of the crew of the
sorry about that.
readily explained.
Apparently I am doing 6,200 kilobytes per second. That's the bit rate that I am currently doing right now. The infinite blackness of space, the blinking cabin lights of the Bonus class freighter long haul were clearly visible. The vessel's flanks were coated with dusty residue, and streaks of grime trailed back from its angular nose. Engine cowlings were blackened by years of use ferrying cargo back and forth. Inside, 4 Terrans sat around a small metal table in a cramped cabin just aft of the cockpit. It was square with rounded edges, and like the rest of the table it was dark and dirty. A woman was cutting a tattered deck of playing cards quickly and assuredly on the table. "Aces high?" the woman asked, brushing her thick auburn hair back from her face. "You to start, Mac." Mac took the cards up in his hand and looked at them glumly. We aren't meant to see you have a bad hand, Mac. Learn the poker face. It's not that. Well, what the hell is it?" The other 3 stared at him piercingly. Mac squirmed slightly, then sighed with an exasperated tone. "What do we do every night, guys?" There was silence in response to his question. "I'll tell ya. We play cards. Every damn night." "You don't have to if you don't want to, Mac." "Yeah, but isn't there anything else to do? Is there?" The man opposite Mac smiled slightly, adding to the small lines in his face. "Sounds like you could do with a good story." "Oh, God, not one of those," the woman broke in. "The great tales of Matthew Mackenzie, straight from the glory days of the Alliance. Jeez, get over it. It's been 5 years. We don't need one of your stories. We need a television." The other 2, Mac and Peter, chimed in with low-pitched chuckles. However, they both fell silent as Mac began to tell his story. For all their joking, his story still alleviates some of the boredom of the long cargo flights. "During the last war with the Shevans, we found out a lot more about them. One of those things that they communicate with each other via electromagnetic pulses. Sometimes we could hear them over the comm channels. It was the damnedest thing to hear. Really put a shiver down your spine and makes those little hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. Last time I heard that noise 5 years ago, it was in Capella, and I was stationed on board the GT-3 Draco. We were defending a convoy of evacuees when we heard this freaky magnetic scratching sound. Next thing we knew, the Shevans launched a coordinated strike on the convoy and us. We lost all of the civilians within a few minutes, and the Draco went down not long afterwards. 13 of us got out. They also gave me this." He flexed his left hand a little. There was a faint line of servo motors as they moved. That was the end of my days in GTVA's ship. "Real nice story, Matt. Mind telling us what it has to do with anything?" "All right, Jenny, I'll tell you. You see, some people say there aren't any Shevans left in GTVA space, and that there haven't been for 5 years. Out here on the rim, it might not be true. The Shevans were here 8,000 years ago. Who's to say they're all gone?" The question hung in the cabin for a few moments while the crew thought about it in silence. "That's an awful long time to be waiting around, Matt. Don't you think they'd have packed up and gone home by now?" "Will I just imagine that?" asked Matt. After a moment's silence, the others shook their heads. "Probably just the environmentals on the fritz again. We ought to take a look at them." Peter, he began to stand. Yeah, said Jenny. She's 2 rows. She 2 rows. A loud buzzing noise cut into the cabin again. The underlying hum was punctuated by a series of clicks, rising steadily in volume and intensity as the interval between the clicks decreased. The infinite blackness of space was lit briefly by the glare of afterburner flares as the long haul burst away. Did they survive?
This is a rescue mission pilot. At 0332 Missouri Standard Time, we received a distress call from the Terran freighter Bait, a Triton-class cargo transport. According to her profile, she is transporting supplies for the Capellan refugee fleet when she signaled an onboard explosion. As of yet, the cause is unknown. The GTCV Escher is responding to the distress call. Alfred, you will be providing fighter cover launched from Luxor Station. The Escher recently arrived in the area and is conducting some preliminary scans for any additional pirate activity. While the pirate corvette Indica was neutralized in our last operation, security is of paramount concern. The Bates is presently stranded in the heart of the small asteroid belt. It appears that its cargo container was destroyed, scattering its contents as smaller containers everywhere. The Escher has already arrived on the scene and is moving to assist. However, the Escher just signaled us. They have noticed an odd power fluctuation near the freighter and are proceeding with caution. Alpha, your job is to secure the area. Intercept any pirates while the Escher carries out the rescue operation. They may be flying in any configuration of fighters or bombers. Prepare for launch.
Here, we're in for it. Okay, we can carry Maxims, nice. Well, at least Maxims are available for us. Assuming I can find a fighter that can use them. Like only Usurpus can use the Maxims. That's... Then Prometheus, I think that's a good combo. Yes. And the bank that I put the Maxims on is very important because it will be bank that I put the Maxims on is very important because that's what determines the positions of the firing points. Okay, learning by osmosis. Rescue the Bates, protect the Escher.
Alpha Wing, what is your status?
We're approaching the Bates now. She appears to be dead in space.
Any sign of a transmission? I don't like this.
None, Alpha. They haven't transmitted since we acquired visual.
By the way, I've been playing Blue Planet, and the Maxim gun, they changed it to a weapon with limited ammunition.
We're losing power in our forward engine. No, wait. We're losing power in all our engines.
Reverse your engines, Escher. Get out of there, now!
It's too late, Alpha 2. We're losing power too quickly. Some of the cargo containers appear to be energy-draining mines.
God, they're not just energy mines. Some of those containers are anti-fighter mines. Watch where you fly, everyone.
We've lost all power, and our weapon systems are offline. We're trying to get a lock on the energy-draining systems. Alpha, we have incoming hostiles. Try to hold them off while we identify the energy mines.
What do we do? One thing I can do is match speed with the fighters. You know, I remember a time when I got really nervous about what I said, and I lost the ability to speak quietly.
We're approaching the Bates now. She appears to be dead in space.
It's too hard of a hit.
I don't like this.
None, Alpha. They haven't haven't transmitted since we acquired visual.
Man. What do I do?
Alpha, we're losing power in our forward engine. No, wait. We're losing power in all our engines.
First your engines, Escher. Get out of there, now!
It's too late, Alpha 2. We're losing power too quickly. Some of the cargo containers appear to be energy-draining mines.
Just me or just I sure have a German accent.
We've lost all power,
man.
and our weapon systems are offline. We're trying to get a lock on the energy-draining systems. Alpha, we have incoming hostiles. Try to hold them off while we identify the energy line.
Why? Labia. There used to be a Battlestar Galactica mod for Phase 2 called Beyond the Red Line. It's dead now. It's basically dead now after the Astra. They put out the first release of it, but I don't know what else they...
Alpha, we've detected a new wing of fighters.
But I don't know what they're working on right now. They're probably tied up with other things. And I want to... I just go for all the... Just destroy all the cargo containers.
We have incoming bombers on attack deck. Our weapon systems are still down. Clear those mines so we can defend ourselves.
Here are the bombers! Okay, white and gray.
We're approaching the base now.
Destroy all the cargo containers.
Sign of a transmission? I don't like this.
None, Alpha. They haven't transmitted since we acquired visual. Alpha, we're losing power in our forward engine. No, wait. We're losing power in all our engines.
First your engines, Escher. Get out of there, now!
It's too late, Alpha 2. We're losing power too quickly. Some of the cargo containers appear to be energy-draining mines.
Good. They're not just energy mines. Some of those containers are anti-fighter mines. Watch where you fly, everyone.
We've lost all power, and our weapon systems are offline. We're trying to get a lock on the energy-draining systems. have incoming hostiles. Try to hold them off while we identify the energy mine.
It's really hard to find the bomber, just because there's those really bloody hard to find the bombers, because there's those, they keep spamming stiletto 2s at the Escher, and my bomber and targeting and control tends to prioritize the stilettos over the bombers.
Alpha, we've detected a new wing of fighters on the inbound attack vector. They appear to be targeting our anti-fighting weapons system.
Black. Red and black ants. And black. We should've.
Alpha, we've got the lock on the engine mine. Clear them out and we can get our weapon systems back online.
It's like
Alpha, we have incoming bombers on attack vector. Our weapon systems are still down. Clear those mines so we can defend ourselves.
man, can I get any of those mines from long range? Sure I can. Open fire. Yeah, I like getting killed. These shockwaves.
Asher, this is Alpha Wing. What is your status?
We're approaching
Pooh! To the drawing board. Well, harpoon missiles are probably gonna work well.
Asher, this is Alpha Wing. What is your status?
We're approaching the base now. She appears to be dead in space.
Any sign of a transmission? I don't like
Glad
it.
they didn't lose tongue functionality.
We acquired visual.
Glad they didn't lose communications from the energy draining mines.
Alpha, we're losing power in our forward engine. No, wait. We're losing power in all our engines.
Press your engines, Escher. Get out of there, now!
It's too late, Alpha 2. We're losing power too quickly. Some of the cargo containers appear to be energy-draining mines.
Man,
We've lost all power, and our weapon systems are offline. We're trying to get a lock on the energy-draining systems.
well, we've already done this a few times.
Alpha, we have incoming hostiles. Try to hold them off while we identify the energy mine.
Red Wing, agree. So, the Linux distribution I'm using right now is Ubuntu 2404. Support for Windows 10 will end very soon. I don't know exactly when, but it's sometime in October. But it really should be prepared for that. And in my opinion, you should give Linux a try because it's amazing. There are a few people who don't like Linux who are held back by the lack of apps available for Linux, or held back by the possibility there are some developers who really hate Linux for I don't know why. Because of its lack of homogeneity, I guess. Really not much that can be done about the lack of homogeneity Linux. I press U to target the U.
Our weapon systems are still down. The others might need to defend ourselves.
Okay, as far as I know, the U key targets uninspected cargo containers. For Helios torpedoes, right? Oh man. Cyclops. Why am I not hitting them? They're dead. They're dead.
We're approaching the base.
They are effing dead.
Any sign of a transmission? I don't like this.
None, Alpha. They haven't transmitted since we acquired visual.
There's no way I could have stopped all of them on my own. And with the other enemy fighters keeping my wingmen preoccupied.
Alpha, we're losing power in our forward engine. No, wait.
And then I have to worry about the anti-fighter mines. This is gonna take a while, definitely.
It's too late, Alpha.
Hopefully not the whole 3 hours, but
Some of the cargo containers appear to be energy draining.
it's definitely going to take a while.
We've lost all power, and our weapon systems are offline. We're trying to get a lock on the energy draining systems.
One of those energy draining systems to be one of those cargo container need to be both energy draining and anti-fighter mines.
Try to hold them up while we identify the enemy mine.
Some of those containers are anti-fighter mines. Watch where you fly, everyone.
Them for automatically max speed.
Alpha, we've detected a new wing of fighters on inbound attack center. They appear to be targeting our anti-fighter weapon system.
What's with the... Why are the stiletto? It's impossible to shoot down. Okay, target whoever's attacking. Sure. Oh, come on! Trying my best to wait until I have a lock on them.
Clear them out and we can get our weapon systems back online.
Great. Red 5.
Incoming bombers on attack center. Our weapons are still down. Clear those mines and we can
They are doing a really good job. But... Okay. How many more? There's 5. Any more? The... Ooh. Last one. I hope I can save the Asher before it gets bombed to hell.
That's the last of them, Alpha. We're regaining our engine power.
Helios and Cyclops torpedoes. Only downloads that bomber.
The Asher is down. We better get out of here.
There is no way.
Asher, this is Alpha Lake. What is your status?
We're approaching the base now. She appears to be dead in space.
Any sign of a
The whole thing seems to be a trap set for
None, Alpha.
this Corvette.
We acquire visual.
I believe it's possible to win this mission without losing the Corvette, but oh,
Alpha, we're losing power in our forward engine. No, wait. We're losing power in all our engines.
Reverse your engines, Asher. Get out of there. Now.
It's too late, Alpha 2. We're losing power too quickly. Some of the cargo containers appear to be energy-draining mines.
what else can I do? I load up with another
Our weapon systems
weapon.
are offline. We're trying to get a lock on the energy-draining systems. Alpha, we have incoming hostiles. Try to hold them off while we identify the energy mines.
I think you've done this before.
Good. They're not just an engine mine. Some of those containers are anti-fighter mines. Watch where you fly, everyone.
I know I beat the derelict campaign in the past.
detected a new wing of Python inbound attack vector. They appear to be targeting our anti-fighter weapon system.
I think that's what I mean by moving the locker closer to the fighter. It makes it lock on faster. Also, I remember in the previous versions of episode that missile lock was tied to the camera and not your fighter's orientation. Where are they? And
Also, we've got a lock on the engine line. Clear them out and we can get our weapon systems back online.
wait. Lines.
Alpha, we have incoming bombers on attack vector. Our weapons are still down. Clear those mines so we can defend ourselves.
I just need to pause the game quickly to get some time to think.
We're regaining our engine power. Weapon systems will be online momentarily.
Okay. Carrying Cyclops torpedoes, oh man. There's no way we'll be able to stop them before they get more of those off. Helios torpedoes. I think I have one here. Hopefully, like I should got clear of the minefield, but they heavy damage from the torpedoes and the stilettos. Protect the Escher, destroy energy mines, destroy. Yeah, we did all of that. They are in bad shape. I learned from the last mission how easily the Dylos engines are. How weak their engines are. They... Even if the... Like, even the Akatons do a good amount of damage against the Dylos engines. I have my microphone close to my mouth, but a bit off to the side today. Also, still 0 drop frames, and as far as I know, no warnings about encoding overloaded.
Thanks for the escort, Alpha. We'll see you back at Luxor Station.
Sorry, excuse me.
It seems the base distress signal was a trap. pirates must have ransacked her earlier and planted the distress signal, laying the energy draining and anti-fighter mines. The real target was the GTCV Escher, as she is attached to SOC intelligence gathering operations. Congratulations, pilot. You managed to destroy the minefield and fend off the pirates long enough for the Escher to make her escape. There were some very important people aboard and they took notice of your actions. Delta Wing consists of an elite squad of SOC fighters. While all of their pilots survived this engagement, one of them was injured enough to be temporarily removed from active service. As a result, Intelligence Command is looking for someone to undertake a special intelligence operation. Your name has been recommended. Return to your quarters and rest up, pilot. We still have a lot of work to do. Dismissed.
Welcome to Special Operations Command, pilots. This is Jonas Ekstrom, captain of the GTCV Escher. Not many are recruited into our ranks, but when they are, they are pilots of the highest caliber. After your performance defending the Escher from pirates, as well as excellent performance in several other missions, we have decided that those pilots who flew Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 in previous missions will fill the gaps in our deep cover team. Deep cover missions are carried out behind enemy lines with little or no logistical support. You've got to be tough to make it through a mission like this, but for sure you'll be able to manage. The subject of this operation is a mercenary group operating out of Tau Sigma, also active in Altair, that we believe are responsible for numerous attacks on GTVA targets. We must discover to whom these mercenaries report, and who has been leaking them and other groups sensitive information about GTVA ship movements. Your contact on this mission will be Lieutenant Tom Faulkner. Faulkner infiltrated the mercenary group 5 weeks ago and has been investigating ever since. He'll teach you all you need to know about deep cover ops. The SOC have certain privileges, and the Escher is able to travel through the subspace corridor to Tau Sigma despite the blockade. We'll be dropping you off at a rendezvous point in Altair before traveling on to Tau Sigma Station, where we have some supplies to deliver. Good luck, pilots. This will be a difficult assignment, but I'm sure we have the right pilots for the job. Remember that if you are uncovered, the SOC will disavow all knowledge of your assignment. Agents are provided with cyanide capsules for a reason. I'm sure I needn't spell it out.
Oh, some people are walking around upstairs, and
Tom Faulkner, your contact inside the
I got a bit bothered by that.
operation. Our principal objective here is to discover to whom the
By the way, Tom Faulkner, that name sounds familiar. Oh, come on.
Good morning, pilots. I'm Lieutenant Tom Faulkner, your contact inside the mercenary group for the duration of this operation. Our principal objective here is to discover to whom these mercs report and who has been supplying them with sensitive information about GTVA movements. We have you a fairly routine job today. We are to guard a cargo depot belonging to our mysterious employer.
Sorry, I have a bond to take.
Pirate raiders are prone to putting in an appearance near these depots due to their poor defenses. Shadow and Kid Wings will be guarding the depot from any potential raids. I'll be flying Shadow 2. Your ship has been fitted with a secure channel communications device, which will allow you to speak to other members of Shadow Wing without the other mercenaries listening in. They should interpret your communications as systems diagnostic and targeting data. The device was tested extensively during the GTVA's conflict with the Neo-Terran front and should work perfectly. If you get the opportunity, try to scan the cargo containers. Their contents might give us a lead on the employer of the mercenaries. You'll never know if you don't take a look. As they say, watch yourselves out there, pilots, and good luck.
Okay, fine.
All quiet out here, Shadow.
Scanners aren't reading any hostiles. Shadow 1, can you get a quick scan of the cargo?
Sure thing, I'm already on it.
Say, what's to keep us from dipping into a share of this cargo? No one will ever know.
That wouldn't exactly be good for our employer's trust of us. Besides, we have rules. We don't steal our employer's stuff and don't endanger their interests. You know, with ideas like that, you'd better watch yourself.
Alright, I was just asking.
Uh-oh. 2 cargo containers that I haven't been able to scan. One of them has jamming equipment.
This is the Red and Gray Freighter Sulfron requesting assistance. Anybody, please respond.
We read you, Sovereign. What's your status?
We're under attack by pirates. They're following us. They'll be here any minute now.
Supposed to act like a mercenary. Do I?
Thank you. We're standing
Right.
by.
Why are we helping these guys? We don't have to.
That's another of our rules. We'll help civilians in distress.
Besides, there might be a reward in it for us.
Any of you noticed how they left their channel open for that?
They're slick operators, aren't they?
Thank you for saving us, pilot.
One more cargo container left, too.
It's not over yet. I'm reading another pirate wing.
Going on here? What is Saffron carrying? Nothing. Cargo container that they were supposedly carrying. Now destroyed. And if these mercenaries are supposed to help civilians in distress, then why didn't they come and help us when they were when those drones were attacking in the Tepohe rally?
They're after the cargo.
This whole damn attack was a trick. We have to get back to the depot.
Don't leave us here, please. We'll be slaughtered. They're right. We can't just leave them here. Shadow 1 and 2. Go sort out those pirates.
You sure you'll be alright?
Go. We can handle this.
Right. Leave it to you.
Okay, Shadow 1. You take the freighters. I'll deal with these fighters.
Consider it done. Signs are easy targets. Biden freighters are easy targets.
Great work, Shadow 1. We got the freighters.
Like, Sofron is still okay. Good to see that. Opportunity. And the cargo. That last cargo container. Yeah. Fire wing.
Corsair wing has been neutralized.
Oh, they certainly react quickly.
It looks like that's the last of them. Return to base, Shadow.
Jump drives have fully charged. We're over here, pilot. I'd say Redmond will be very happy with you.
Good man.
Shadow, you did an excellent job of protecting the cargo from the pirates. It seems that these pirates are somewhat more organized and devious than most of the other groups operating in the system. They could pose a more serious threat to us than we had initially thought. All the pirate raiders were destroyed before they could make off with any of the cargo. What would have happened to us if they had got hold of the cargo doesn't bear thinking about. The RT freighter Saffron was saved with our help. This freighter belongs to Redmond Gray, a major Capellan mining corporation now trying to set itself up here in Tau Sigma. However, larger companies such as Morgan have quite a stranglehold on the local mining market. You'll be pleased to hear that we did get a small bonus for our effort. The cargo containers seem to hold equipment for freighters and mining operations. Unfortunately, this doesn't really tell us a great deal. There are many mining companies in the system alone, and the cargo could belong to any one of them. The jamming equipment, however, is intriguing. What we did out there today is show the mercenaries that we can be trusted. Bearing our precarious position in mind, we could do with as much of their trust as we can get.
When you're trying to avoid trying to do a covert operation like this, you're trying to be an agent in a covert operation like this. I heard of something called ghosting. That is, ghosting is the act of trying to blend in with the other people around you, trying to look the same as them, not look suspicious, not stand out in any way. Avoid standing out. But you have Prometheus standard now, so why not use them? Yeah. It's me. I put the Tempest. I would prefer it if my missiles were what other missiles do I have available?
With the little intelligence supplied by myself, the mercenaries have pinpointed the GTVA convoy passing through Altair on its way to Luxor Station. This convoy is carrying valuable cargo, which the mercenaries wish to procure. Since I supplied the intelligence, Shuttle Wing gets the honor of leading the strike. The convoy consists of 3 Triton-class freighters, the Beck, the Finlay, and the Torres. with their respective cargoes. The convoy is guarded by a wing of Lokis designated Omega. These fighters should pose no threat to us, as we will be equipped with far more modern fighters. However, the flak guns on the freighters pose a considerable threat. Avoid them if possible by attacking the freighters from below. We will attack the convoy as they near the coordinates for the jump to Luxor Station. We will have limited window of opportunity for attack. If the freighters make it to Luxor Station, we will not be able to pursue them. GTVA presence in that area is too high to attempt the capture operation we intend to make. Engage and destroy Omega and the freighters, but do not destroy the cargo. Once the fighters and freighters are eliminated, the mercenary freighters Synergy and Equinox will be signaled and arrive to collect the cargo. They will be escorted by Hook Wing, so assist them in covering the freighters while they collect the cargo and then depart. The cargo raiders in the area, although a small force, seem to have the uncanny ability to hunt out convoys under attack, or so I'm told. Shadow, this is for your eyes only. I've disabled any potential recording devices in the briefing room. This is strictly off the record. The convoy we're attacking is not a genuine GTVA convoy. It's a mock-up created by GTVI in order to give us the opportunity to gain the trust of the mercenaries. However, the cargo is real, as is the threat of raiders. Convoy is also armed. This is in order to create the illusion that it's real. However, the armaments on the fighters are considerably below the norm. It will also still jump to Luxor Station if we fail to intercept it. Needless to say, you do not tell anyone this. Do so, and our cover is blown for sure. I'm not sure how the mercs would react, but suffice to say, that swallowing that cyanide capsule would probably be a more comfortable death. Now get down to the fighter base. They're waiting for us.
I remember being told that if I get found out, I'm going to escape and report everything. Everything I found out. Also, it would be a good idea to watch the stock prices of the companies. If which stock prices go up, maybe that'll also give a lead on which company is hiring these mercenaries. Right, well, we're not Alpha Wing, we're Shadow Wing. But there are 3 cargo containers and 2 freighters to pick up the stolen cargo. What are we gonna do with the 3rd cargo container?
I'm signaling the Synergy and Equinox now.
The thing that this wasn't a... this is a mock convoy and not the...
Equinox reporting in. Help Hookwing escort us as we dock with the cargo units.
Having trouble with the GVA convoy?
It all went according to plan. Those GTVA scrubs didn't know what hit them.
What they don't know is the convoy was just a bunch of drones.
Looks like we got some scavengers on the way in. They're the convoy that usually pings them out the woodwork.
Okay. Attacking Synergy and Equinox. Need to... send out the bombers.
Unidentified hostiles. We are a group of compelling refugees traveling to Luxor Station. Please do not engage.
A group of civilian vessels have jumped in behind us. Ignore them, pilot. Setting IFS to friendly.
But the wingmen are going after that. My wingmen are going after these bombers. GTB Zeus bombers.
Drones are gone. See, I told you there was something to worry about.
Oh, there's you know how there was an OEM version of Wing Commander Prophecy? Well, I had the OEM version of Wing Commander Prophecy, the one that came with the real 3D Starfighter, the GPUs. But there was also an OEM of Free Space 2. It was called Colossus. I don't know what it had on it, but what's in here? Fissionable materials.
Looks like those scavengers brought in the big guns. The Leviathan. Designation Pillager.
Mark II fighters.
Destroyer and accompanying vessels. Stand down your weapons and engines and prepare to be boarded. Fail to do so and be destroyed.
This is the Capellan refugee transport Astoria to any GTVA vessel. We are under attack by pirate vessels and request immediate assistance.
That was a mistake. You leave us with no choice.
Hook, Shadow, defend those civilian transports.
Okay, Shadow. You know the drill by now.
Yeah, they put our asses on the line. Who we don't know anything
The Pillager's main beam cannon is damaging our convoy craft. Can you stop them, Shadow? Thank you, Hook, Shadow. If we make it out alive, we'll owe you.
Securing docking clamps. We're heading for the warbound point now.
They're on my, I kind of want that.
Don't let them get to the civilian vessels.
Pillager beam cannon neutralized.
Oh, I may have been hit by an anti-fighter beam.
We've docked. Spotting exit vector now.
Almost out of missiles. But I don't really think I have time to rearm. Can I do better than that?
There's the convoy pilots. Let's make this one quick and clean.
Relax, they're just drones.
Maybe so, but these drones can fire a pass. Watch yourselves.
I think it was a good idea to put the Prometheus on the first weapon bank, because Prometheus is long range. Prometheus has decent range. Great. Everyone need to attack back. I will try and hold off those fighters.
All 3 freighters have been destroyed. I'm signaling the Synergy and Equinox now.
Equinox reporting in. Help Hookwing escort us as we dock with the cargo units.
Have any trouble in the GDVA convoy?
I really hope I can do it this time without having to restart the mission.
What they don't know is the convoys are just a bunch of drow.
Also, I seem to be doing pretty well,
Scavengers on the way in.
usually well for
Mount the woodwork.
using long-range weaponry in Free Space 2. I don't know which ones to go after first. The Herds or the...
Unidentified hostiles. We are a group of compelling refugees traveling to Luxor Station. Please do not engage.
A group of civilian vessels have jumped in behind us. Ignore them, Talon. Setting IFS to friendly.
The drones are gone. See, I told you there was something to worry about.
Goodness. Could have used the Prometheus on that. I could have used the Prometheus on the Into the Lion's Den mission, and I could have hit the crystal from afar. Wouldn't have had to worry so much about where are these guys? You know how Free Space 2 by default has you using the number pad and keys to steer your ship? Well, Wing Commander Prophecy also supports using the number pad and arrows to steer your ship. I broke my arm once, and I remember using the number pad. During that time, I remember using the number pad keys to steer my ship. Could it be visionable material?
Looks like those scavengers are boarding the big gun. The Leviathan. Designation Pillager.
GTM Astoria and accompanying vessels. Stand down your weapons and engines and prepare to be boarded. Fail to do so and be destroyed.
This is the Capellan refugee transport Astoria to any GTVA vessel. We are under attack by pirate vessels and request immediate assistance.
What the heck? How do I?
No choice.
Hook, Shadow, defend those civilian transports.
Okay, Shadow. You know the drill by now.
Securing docking clamps. We're heading for the Warhol point now.
Yeah, put her on the line. We don't know anything.
The Pillager's main beam cannon is damaging our convoy craft. Can you stop them, Shadow? Thank you, Hook, Shadow. If we make it out alive, we'll owe you. Pillager beam cannon neutralized.
Watch those bombers, pilots. Don't let them get to the civilian vessels.
would I still be alive? Important question, would I still be alive if I was playing on the harder skill levels? Damn it! You go after the bombers, not the fighters. Go after the whole wing, not just that specific craft. Seems like Whitaker is the most vulnerable one here. Sure, in those sights, I'm not going to let you get away alive. Thing.
Incoming jump signature. It's a JDA capital ship. That's the same ship we saw at Maxwell Station. What the hell is it? That ought to tease them. The pirates are running. Jesus! Look what that thing's doing to the pillage. Working. Out of here. I'm not sticking around here after what we did.
Allow me to introduce the Cypher, GTPI's latest project. Modified ICV design.
GTFF Cypher here. How are you holding up, Shadow?
Huh, not too badly, Cypher.
We're here to secure the area, if you see what I mean.
Then we'd better be out of here. Thanks, Cypher.
No problem, Tom. Cypher out.
And what do those other mercenaries? Does the message log say? I missed a lot of it. Because unfortunately the volume levels aren't well balanced. Boy. Now we can return to base, thank goodness.
Good work, Shadow. We got the cargo that we needed from the convoy. Those TC-TR-1 units contain munitions and Hercules Mark II fighters that'll give the Mercs quite a punch in battle. Thankfully, no GTVA personnel lost their lives on the vessels, and the mercenaries did not catch on to our ruse. Excellent work protecting the Astoria and her accompanying ships. The civilian vessels are carrying thousands of Capellan refugees to the rallying point at Luxor Station and additional food supplies, which have become all the more important since pirates destroyed the food supplies carried by the first wave of transports. You did a good job, though it's fortunate that the GTFF Cypher showed up at the point it did.
Great. Good. Turned up the volume a little bit. Oh, I can hear the voices. The volume on my end, I mean.
Shadow, we've been selected to fly escort on an extremely important mission today. We, along with at least one other wing, must escort the Elysium transport Zenith. The Zenith will be rendezvousing with a civilian Fenris cruiser called the Whisperer at a pre-designated point. There, A cargo transfer will take place, though what that transfer entails and why is anyone's guess. We don't know what security threats, if any, exist in this area, but given the increased pirate activity in recent weeks, an attack of at least one of these groups seems likely. Be on your guard. We should be able to deal with any ragtag pirate group that threatens us. In the event of a pirate attack, mercenary fighters will hold off the pirates till the Zenith has departed. That transport won't be able to take much punishment, so eliminate any pirates the moment they target it. Hopefully, this mission will reveal the Merc's employer to us. However, keep in mind, if this transport goes down, we'll probably follow them. Good luck, everyone.
Oh dear, it's not going to be difficult. I'm trying to keep an eye on that transport. Let's see what Prometheus and Spacey. Why, and that's all the Tempest missiles we get. So we're out of Prometheus standards, so like the other people on my wing will have to use the Prometheus retrofit.
In the event of a
Shadow Wing is now on station.
Nice to have you with us, Shadow.
Tachyon, do you recognize those guys?
Yeah. Aren't they those mercenaries the NMC hired? Hey, who's flying the Flash fighters?
Don't know. They haven't
Sorry for bumping the microphone.
made the transmission since they arrived. I reckon they belong to our employers.
Weird. And who might this employer be?
That's for me to know and you not to. It's better that way.
What are we flying this escort for anyway?
We're making a pickup.
Money.
Got it in one. It's for the raids that we staged on GTBA targets.
What? I thought the local pirates carried out those attacks.
Well, yo ho ho, good to meet you. That's the whole point. We use the pirate activity that's around here to cover what we're doing.
What's the deal with that?
Our employer wanted it that way. We don't ask them questions, just do what they say.
Hey, we got a pirate wing incoming here. Real ones this time.
You know how it is with these free space missions. I do say that's not the weakest freighter in free space, is the Poseidon freighter. So, Olivia can take a tiny bit of damage. Poseidon can take at least more damage than Poseidon, I think. It has more health, more HP. Okay, well...
So, GTBA, huh? Are they good pilots?
Actually, they don't have good enough craft to put up a decent fight.
What? I could show him a damn thing or two, even in those heaps of junk and duct tape we usually fly.
So, how does attacking them help?
They can't control this area properly with the firepower they have, as that pirate wing shows. We could police this area better than they can. People are dying.
Mercs with heart? Oh, how sweet.
Cannon, Shadow 3. Here comes the Whisperer.
This is the Whisper. We are ready to transfer cargo. Copy, Whisperer. Be advised that pirates have been engaged in this area already.
boy. With the automatic speed,
The cargo is en route to the Zenith now.
with the automatic speed feature, how do they expect me to move around situations like this? I mean, if the target, for example, if the target isn't, my target is not moving, can I have it, can I change it so that it doesn't,
Wings are coming through near that debris field.
so that I can still keep moving,
Yeah, you can bet
even
that
if I set my speed manually?
Prepare to engage, pilots. We have to protect those ships until the cargo transfer is complete.
Gunboats, baby, you suicide. That one is quite hardy.
Shit, what's the time for those gunboats? Get shredded if you're not careful.
Could be suicide bombers. Again, real target of the private operation was Zenith. They want the money that got the mercs are receiving for their trouble.
We're done here. The Zenith is undocking now, and then we're getting the hell out of here.
Got you covered, Zenith. Just make your run snappy.
Right. Transfer is done. Now, just protect Zenith. One of those gunboats could have been a suicide, but
We have pirate bombers on an attack run. Help us out, please, or we don't stand a chance. Jackie on. Can you hold the fort here?
Well managed. Shadow, break formation, and bend the whisper.
Wait. We need some more cover now, or you'll never see your precious cash.
I don't know if the Zenith will make it without you covering it.
doing my best to best to keep both ships alive. Freeze Phase 2 is a game that came out only for Windows and Commodore Amiga. I don't know what model of Commodore Amiga Freeze Phase 2 came out on, but I found it on Moby Games. Phase 2 came out for Commodore Amiga. I don't know what model of Amiga though. But Wing Commander Prophecy came out only for Windows. I've been having quite a lot of fun flying around in space and shooting things. Doesn't have,
Help, Shadow.
regardless of whether they're aliens or...
Jump drive now. See you back home.
First time, every time.
We're all done here, pilots. Return to base at once.
But, oh, come on.
Good work, pilots. We got the goods we needed from the Whisperer aboard the Zenith safely and managed to get the Zenith out, despite heavy pirate presence. That cash will pay your fees, so give yourselves a big pat on the back. The crew of the Whisperer send their sincere thanks to all of you for your defense of their ship from the pirates' attack. She never would have made it through the engagement without your intervention, which was totally unnecessary. Thankfully, your extra duties did not endanger the Zenith as it made its way out. When Tachyon was capable of defending the transport, the pirate raiders that showed up to threaten our vital operation were all dispatched with skill and efficiency. Your skill matches your reputation, Shadow. Although there were many pirate vessels, none escaped the tell of today's engagement. You managed to cover the Zenith's escape, protect your Whisper from harm, and destroy all the attacking pirates. Excellent work, Shadow. Truly a sign of a great pilot.
How did the pirates know about this? Whoever these pirates are.
Okay, Shadow. We've been assigned an important but potentially dangerous mission by the mercenaries' employers themselves. Seems that our successes the past few sorties we've flown have gained us something of a reputation. Hopefully, it's a good one. We will travel to the Altera Tau Sigma jump node. The jump corridor is currently closed to all traffic. However, we hope to sneak in while the Vesudans aren't looking. Their vessels patrol in shifts, and there are some times when there are few or no vessels at the node for several minutes due to a lack of resources here in Altair. We'll approach and enter the Tau Sigma node in between a vessel shift transfer. There should be no Vesudan presence, however, we don't want to linger in the area. Once inside the jump corridor, we'll approach the site of the Shivan derelict, the Narlothotep. The Mercs want a number of scans of this vessel for themselves and their employer. The destroyer is not active, but the GTVA has secured the area. A number of Sentry wings patrol the area around the destroyer, and there are numerous science and surveillance vessels also in close proximity. Getting into the area may be difficult. The vessels at the site are unaware that we are GTVA operatives and will use force. Once in, we need scans of the weapons and sensor subsystems of the destroyer. Once we have the data, we get out as quickly as possible. Do not engage any GTVA forces unless directly threatened, and then do not destroy unless totally necessary. We don't need to make this any harder on ourselves. Get down to the loading deck, pilots.
Oh dear. Well, I dare say the CS is not the fastest fighter that we could pick. Green Star, really nice. That's the best. However, why were we given morning stars? Was that for a specific reason?
Uh-oh. Looks like the students are guarding the jump node.
Identify yourselves. What business do you have in this area?
You require access to Tau Sigma jump corridor, Quamotep.
The Tau Sigma jump corridor is closed to all traffic. You'll need a better reason than that. Leave this area, Shadow Wing. We are authorized to use force to prevent a breach of the jump node security.
Look, Poseidon, we're GDVA agents. We need to get through the jump node.
I find that hard to believe. This is your final warning, Shadow. Depart at once or face the consequences.
I've signaled the Escher on emergency comms. We'll just have to sit tight for a minute or two.
Your inaction leaves us with no choice. Lambda, break and attack Shadow. If they attempt to depart, allow them to.
What? The Poseidons are attacking us. Are they crazy?
Shadow, engage Lambda Wing until the Escher arrives. You'll have limited authority to protect yourself.
Meaning what?
Meaning, try not to kill them, Mackie.
Well, I don't want to get hit by their anti-fire beams, and I would shudder to think. I don't think they would. I don't think I would survive if I was playing on it.
This is the GTCV Escher. Stand down, Colmotep. These pilots are under GTPI protection.
Finally, that'll detect some heat off of us.
The ISS Dark Retreat, Escher. We are standing down. Our apologies, Shadow.
We'll take it from here. Colmotep, you may return to Luxor Station.
Affirmative, Escher. We are departing as ordered.
Sorry about that, Shadow. It seems that the Vasudans weren't informed of our activities here.
One of the risks you run working for SOC, I guess. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, we ought to be heading into the corridor.
Okay, do we jump out now? Oh. Whatever. Maybe I do.
What the?
Your desertion put the entire wing under suspicion.
Fine.
Uh-oh. Looks like the students are guarding the jump node.
Identify yourselves. What business do you have in this area?
You require access to Tau Sigma jump corridor, Quabotep?
The Tau Sigma jump corridor is closed to all traffic. You'll need a better reason than that. Leave this area, Shadow Wing. We are authorized to use force to prevent a breach of the jump node security.
Look, Poseidon, we're GDVA agents. We need to get through the jump node.
I find that hard to believe. This is your final warning, Shadow. Depart at once or face the consequences.
I've signaled the Escher on emergency comms. We'll just have to sit tight for a minute or two.
Your inaction leaves us with no choice.
Dear.
Lambda, break and attack Shadow. If they attempt to depart, allow them to.
What? The Poseidons are attacking us. Are they crazy?
Shadow, engage Lambda Wing until the Escher arrives. You'll have limited authority to protect yourself.
Meaning what?
Meaning, try not to kill them, Mackie.
Oh boy. Man, I heard a ship jump in just as I was about to. Heard a few ships jump in just as I left. Just as I jump drive at the node. Get away, get away, get away. They're probably...
This is the GTCV Escher. Stand down, Colmotep. These pilots are under GTPI protection.
Finally, that'll detect some heat off of us.
The ISS Dark
Great.
Retreat, Escher. We are standing down. Our apologies, Shadow.
We'll take it from here. Palmertep may return to Luxor Station.
Affirmative, Asher. We are departing as ordered.
Sorry about that, Shadow. It seems that the Vasudans weren't informed of our activities here.
One of the risks you run working for SOC, I guess. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, we ought to be heading into the corridor.
Well, can't do that yet.
What the? Suspect point, coming at the nose.
This is the GTA Los Alamos. We are under attack from unidentified fighters. Please assist.
Those are the research vessels from the Nyala Photep. Something must be going on.
We can't hold it! Losing structural integrity! We've lost the Hawking. The fighters are right behind us. Please help us.
I'm not reading.
Well, if they're unidentified,
something must have done this damage. Shadow,
can't be Shivans, they can't.
Be on your guard.
Calm down,
Might
Los
be.
Alamos. What happened?
Might be Turin or Vasudan.
Near the Nyala Hotep. Unidentified fighters attacked us and we ran for the node. Oh my god, they're here. We don't stand a chance against those things.
Are any of these fighters? Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
Focus on the bombers, people. Those science vessels won't take much punishment.
We're powering up that TIE fighter as that should give you some help.
My goodness. On. Break wing. I'm not a big fan of the Morning Star, but seem to be doing well in protecting this flying ships. I hope I can keep it up. Oh! I don't like how the Perseus missile points are arranged, because it makes it that much harder to
Destroyed all the unknown hostiles.
Listen up, Shadow. We've been given new orders to secure the area of the Nyala Photep. We'll be entering the jump node. Provide cover.
More unknown fighters jumping in. They're going for the Escher. Reading 4 bone-noticed bombers on an attack vector. These guys sure are high-tech.
Intercept the bomb, pilot, and we should ready to those bombers to use their payload.
I know. Green. Time to get them. It's a wing. Oh dear. They fired their torpedoes right when they emerged from the jump node. But they sure may not stand a chance. And those GTFRE fighters. We do have the support ship on this mission. Thought that for some reason I wouldn't be able to.
System jump right now.
The remaining unknown fighters and bombers have left the area.
Well,
Shadow Wing, you are to return to Luxor Station immediately. You are to be debriefed on this operation.
I'm glad it's over. I've had just about enough of being a merc.
oh. That's enough of that, I guess.
A series of unfortunate events prevented us from achieving our primary objective of scanning the Narlathotep. The GBCV Quabotep and her fighter escort were unaware that we were GTVA operatives and acted on the only orders they knew of. Fortunately, the Escher was able to intervene and rescue us. However, even if we had entered the subspace corridor, it is unlikely that we would have obtained scans of the Shivan destroyer. Hostile fighters from an unknown group attacked the science vessels at the site of the derelict. All we know about them is that they are extremely well equipped, possessing fighters that are special issue only in the GTVA today. It is extremely fortunate that we were able to save the GTSC Tesla and the GTA Los Alamos. Most of the research data on the Narlathotep was saved, and we have invaluable eyewitness accounts of the attack. When the Escher neared the Narlathotep, they did not discover any hostile craft or tampering with the Shivan vessel of any kind, but all other friendly craft had been annihilated. Good work escorting the Escher. The attacks from enemy bombers were fierce, but you were able to stand up to them and protect our valuable corvette as it carried out its objectives. It's been a pleasure sharing with a group of pilots as talented as yourselves, and GTVI has gained some valuable information through our actions. However, our undercover job is over now. I've been reassigned to discovering the identities of these mysterious attackers, and you're headed back to Tau Sigma Station. I hear that the situation of Tau Sigma isn't good, and they'll probably need you there to help out. Good luck with your next assignment, Alpha. I'm sure you'll do well. Remember, GTVI is watching you. This may not be the last time your services are required. Lieutenant Tom Faulkner, signing off.
Right, well, I'm having a hard time going through my VODs, reviewing them for clip material. So I decided that I'm only gonna keep streaming on Saturdays, at least until I can get a better balance between streaming, and clipping, and finding and doing other things. For wisdom, let him who has understanding reckon the number of the beast, for it is a human number. Its number is 666. It is amazing how many times throughout history people have used this passage to point out evil somewhere else. The great doomsayers of the late 20th century turned this into an ill-conceived art. John of Patmos was not writing some kind of mystical code pointing to some obscure figure in the future, but to the reality of evil in our midst. Through metaphor and imagery, John pulled back the curtain of reality to look at ourselves more deeply. Yet we have always wanted to put the blame elsewhere, even for the students have been an unfortunate convenience for our dark nature. And looking somewhere else, we don't realize what we ourselves are capable of. Bishop Rambaugh, Galactic Biblical Commentary, Revelation 2037.
Captain Eccleston of the GTCV Escher here. Welcome back to the Tau Sigma mining colonies, pilot. The GTVA has decided to reopen the jump corridor. Unfortunately, your return will not be as warmly received as it was the first time. In the 3 weeks since the Tau Sigma Altair jump corridor was quarantined, supplies have not been getting through to the station. While there is another jump corridor into the region, it is far less stable and requires travel for the uncontrolled systems beyond Regulus. As a result, the residents have been cut off without much more than emergency supplies, and Tau Sigma is now in a state of unrest. Several hours ago, at 0745, workers on board the station commandeered the TRGC Psi and the GTC Lone Wolf. They, along with a group of freighters, gas miners and other cargo ships, have formed a blockade in protest of the GTVA's closure of the jump corridor. At this time, we do not know their demands. Since their original move, all communication with Tau Sigma has been cut off. This has become exceptionally pressing, as our researchers have determined that the continued presence of the SD Nyala photep in the subspace corridor is destabilizing it. We have little choice but to move this human derelict out of the node and into the Tau Sigma system within the next several hours. If we do not, the corridor will become too unstable to support the flood of Capellan refugees now gathering in Altair. Alpha Wing, you will be flying escort to the GTCV Escher as we arrive in system to help calm the protest. We know there are mercenaries and pirates in system that may be part of the blockade. The Escher may need fighter cover if things turn ugly. Report for launch.
Oh man. I can use Maxims here. That's good to know. I don't know. Question is who to use the Maxims against. Escort the Escher. The mission is called The Number of the Beast. Notice the mission is called The Number of the Beast.
Ah, that's quite a receiving line. They don't look happy to see us.
Escher, I'm reading multiple civilian craft in blockade formation. Several freighters, transports, and mining ships.
Acknowledged, Alpha. We're also reading 5 cruisers.
5? Looks like whoever commandeered the side of the Lone Wolf found some friends.
GTVA vessel, this is Adam Tarovich aboard TRGC Psi. We demand to speak to someone with authority.
State your business, Mr. Tarovich. In commandeering that vessel, we consider you in possession of stolen property.
Stolen property? Are you ever dense? Ever since your kids sealed off the jump corridor, we haven't been paid. You tell us who's been stealing.
That discussion is between you and Morgan Technologies, Mr. Tarovich. We're not here for union negotiations. You are ordered to return the Psi and the Lone Wolf to our control.
Your control? In case you haven't noticed, Escher, you're the ones who are outnumbered.
Is that a threat, Mr. Tarovich?
Take of it what you will. Since both you and your Morgan Vega cronies have neglected to help us out here, we decided to take care of things ourselves.
Alpha Leader, I don't like this. They're spoiling for a fight. There's Naola stuck back in there.
Keep it down, Alpha 2. We don't know if they can hear us.
Our orders are clear, Mr. Tarovich. Stand down, surrender your vessels, and abandon this protest. Nothing is going to be resolved here.
Oh yes it is, Escher. We want our pay, or your beloved MMC isn't going to see their next shipment.
I don't know who paints your view screen, Tarovich, but we are not here to negotiate. We have orders to clear the area for your own safety.
It's your own safety you should be worried about. Asher, we've got a problem. The jump corridor is destabilizing faster than we had anticipated.
And this is the most memorable mission of Derelict.
We're bringing the first docking station through now. The Nyala Hotep won't be far behind. What's that?
It means you had better clear out now for your own good.
I remember a lot of people who played Free Space multiplayer, they remembered being killed by a enemy docking ring that jumped in or jumped out.
Asher, we need to know what's going on. You're bringing a docking ring into the system? Damn it. We want some answers, not this for your own safety crud.
You've had your warning, Tarovich. You'd better just get out of the way.
Looks like the defecation is about to hit the ventilation.
Oh my god.
That's the Lucifer. It's the Lucifer. It's going to kill us all.
Stand down, Clement. This vessel is under our control, but you'll want to give us a wide berth.
A wide berth? It's heading right at us. Esha, we were barely able to pilot this thing out here.
We told you, you didn't listen.
It's going to ram the Psy. All guns open fire. Open fire.
I repeat, Clement, stand down. Stand... Damn it. We haven't got time for this. Alpha Wing, take out their forward beam turret.
They are firing on us. They should be firing on them.
Esha, call up your dogs.
Negative, Psy. We have civilians aboard that Sheevan vessel.
We've got civilians on board this vessel.
You stop moving.
That's it. All hands open fire.
Alpha, we've got a full-scale riot in our hands here. Take out any hostile fighters. We'll try to readjust your IFS to target combatant craft. Be careful who you shoot.
Nero, what the hell are you doing?
Something that should have been done an awful long time ago, Tarovich. Putting you and your Union goons out of your misery.
Asher, the Clement is down. We need a support down here. Nero is tearing this place apart.
Negative, Alpha. We can't risk firing beams to civilian craft around.
If you're telling me, there aren't going to be any civilian craft left.
You have your orders, Alpha. Alpha, we have incoming bombers making their way on the side. Intercept them. Alpha, we have more incoming fighters. Alpha Wing, we have designated the Psy and the Loom Wolf as friends, along with a few other vessels. Tachyon Wing seems to be trying to protect the civilian transports. Consider them your allies.
Esha, the Nero, Francis, and Bruce are firing on our co-workers. Do something.
Escher, this is Tachyon Wing. We're moving to intercept the new fighters. Get those IFFs changed.
Gold 4, where are they?
You've sorted out all belligerent craft. Tachyon is friendly. Engage at will. Protect the civilian craft.
You, where are you? Oh man, better get away from them. Gold 4, where are they? Oh, I'm worried oh, they're gonna point their anti-fighter beams at me, aren't they? They're not gonna...
Asher, we're raising a power supply.
Oh my god. God, that's not reality. Narrow it down. Repeat the narrow it down.
All ships, stand down and clear out. Don't want to trigger its automatic defense system. Alpha, clean up the remaining bombers. The captain escaped.
Oh.
Alpha, the area is secure. We're moving the Nyarlathotep to its docking station.
Can anybody tell me what the hell just happened? I thought the thing was a derelict.
Unknown, Alpha 2. It seems to Nero activated the Nyarlathotep's defensive system. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Return to base.
What the heck happened? Like, seriously, I don't know what happened. Like, must have switched to another... How many friendly ships did we lose? Well, there were a lot of ships that were lost. Grief. Need to be able to keep my eye on the chat, but I need to be able to keep my eye on the closed captioning, on the OBS, make sure everything's okay. For that reason, I may want to buy a second monitor. Boy. Well, I have a second monitor right close by, but making use of it is not going to be easy. There is some room on my desk for it, but I don't think there may not be enough room for it. That scared me. That scared me, you know. Talk about frightening things happening in October. Technical issues like that, where everything, well, from my end, all of my windows disappeared, and I had to wait until the next desktop showed up or before I really have to fly all the way to the fighter bay.
Welcome back to Tau Sigma Station, pilot. The most difficult thing in any riot is being able to focus on doing one thing well in the middle of chaos. With all that has happened, we are still picking up the pieces. However, as near as we can discern, this is what happened. The arrival of the SD Nyarlathotep sent a wave of panic throughout the protest crowd. This wasn't unexpected, but we had hoped to clear the area before the super destroyer was brought out of subspace. Seems the crew of the Clement were experienced enough with the main guns of the Fenris cruiser that they panicked and began firing on the Nyarlathotep. Failing reason, the Escher ordered you to destroy the forward beam cannon of the Clement, which you did quickly and efficiently. It seems that while this was a protest on the part of Union workers in the region, some of the cruisers, including the Cassius, the Nero, and the gas miner Brutus, were hired Union busters. It seems that they were intending to instigate a riot all along, hopefully killing Adam Tarovich in the melee. Excellent job in protecting the Psi in the middle of that firefight. You managed to focus well in the midst of a very chaotic situation. Even though in custody, Mr. Tarovich is grateful for your efforts in warding off attacks during the riot. The Nero and all of her crew were unexpectedly destroyed by a stray beam from the SD Nyarlathotep. We are unclear if the Nero was deliberately firing on the Super Destroyer, or if they were simply missing the Psi. Regardless, the Nyarlathotep's defensive systems roared to life, destroying the Nero almost instantly. We are taking extra precautions as the Nyarlathotep is being placed into docking rings near Tau Sigma Station. We do not want to risk reactivating her automated defenses. The science team on board is working overtime to determine what happened. This was a difficult environment to fly in, pilot. Riots are perhaps the worst kind of engagements to be in. Innocent people always get hurt, and no one wins. It is now of paramount importance that we secure the rest of this system. Our first task will be to recapture the GTC Lone Wolf, which escaped in the melee. Dismissed.
Man, I remember that mission so well. It was 2007, I was in high school, and I was playing through this derelict campaign.
Since the mysterious closure of the Altair jump node in Tau Sigma over 3 weeks ago, civilians in the beleaguered system had not been receiving pay or supplies. The situation had grown desperate, with civilians living on emergency rations alone, until yesterday when disgruntled inhabitants of Tau Sigma Station took to their vessels or simply seized whatever they could lay hands on and formed a blockade at the jump node to voice their protest.
Oh man, it's the jump drive. Whenever one like that, it's
the protesters met a
Bluetooth
GTBI
closed
group
captioning.
entering through the Altair jump node. The protesters met a GTBI group entering through the Altair jump node, demanding pay and better conditions. The GTBI vessels, however, were not prepared to negotiate and demanded that the protesters move their ships from the vicinity of the subspace node. However, the protesters refused point blank and were met with a terrifying sight as a result, a Lucifer-class destroyer, only the second vessel of its type ever encountered. The appearance of this destroyer sent a wave of panic through the crowd, sparking off a riot. As GTVA forces battled to protect civilians, hired Union busters made an attempt on the life of the protest leader, Adam Tarovich. The appearance of pirates did nothing to improve matters, and the peaceful blockade ended in bloodshed and a spiraling death toll now estimated at several hundred.
Oh dear.
GTVA Local Command refuses to comment on this incident or the purpose of bringing the SD Nyarlathotep out of the subspace corridor other than to say the destroyer posed a considerable risk to the long-term stability of the subspace tunnel. The Shivan derelict has now been towed to the vicinity of Tau Sigma Station, presumably for research purposes. Reinforcements from other nearby GTVA systems are on the way to secure the Nyarlathotep and to deal with the growing pirate threat in the region. The Altair node has been reopened and trade routes re-established. For the moment, it seems some measure of normality has returned to the distant colony system.
Alright, pilots. You've heard the news scans, and you know what...
Right. What can we do here? Prometheus and Acton. PG. Not exactly the best kind of armaments, but will do, I suppose. It'll have to do.
Alright, pilots. You've heard the news scans, and you know what went on out there yesterday. We must recover the GTC Lone Wolf from the civilians who currently have control of the ship. We have traced the civilians to a small scrapyard on the outskirts of Tau Sigma. They appear to be hiding in this debris field. What they aim to achieve by retaining the cruiser is unknown. The civilians in control of the Lone Wolf aren't well trained. They are, however, totally unpredictable. We don't know how they will react to our appearance. The last thing that we want is the civilians to react badly and attack our forces. Exercise caution, pilots. Alpha Wing will lead this operation. You'll arrive on the far side of the scrapyard and proceed towards the Lone Wolf. If the crew won't surrender, disable her. This, however, is a last-ditch option. If it seems that the civilians will not surrender, you will, however, be authorized to carry out the attack. When you have disabled the Lone Wolf, we'll send in a recovery team to secure the vessel and apprehend the civilians on board. Cover the team as they dock. We don't want the crew to pull anything on us. With our recent efforts to quell pirate activity in Tau Sigma, there should be no expected attack from any pirates. If there are, keep the Lone Wolf and the transport safe. The crew of the Lone Wolf may be rioters, but they're civilians all the same. Take care when dealing with them. We've lost enough dignity with the fiasco that was the riot, and we don't need any more, that's for sure. Capturing the Lone Wolf would certainly be some kind of victory for us.
I have the Lone Wolf on census. She's on the other side of the debris field.
Proceed with caution, Alpha Wing. You don't know how the civilians will react.
Yeah, like there are a whole bunch of other ships here.
Alpha 1, the Sentinels are giving off some anomalous sensor readings. Can you get a scan of them?
We've got you covered, Alpha 1.
Sentinels, though. Yes, these things.
Holy crap. Someone broke out the sentry.
Destroy those sentry guns, Alpha.
Of course they did. Exactly like in Free Space 1 where they had the sentry guns to attack us. This is a pirate base.
Good work. Now let's deal with the Lone Wolf.
GTC Lone Wolf, power down your engines and prepare to be boarded. You are all under arrest.
No way, Alpha Wing. Leave us alone. Don't make us hurt you.
Hardly.
Looks like we're gonna have to do this the hard way.
Target engines only, Alpha. We don't want to hurt the civilians.
Looks like I've got any problems with hurting it. I brought the beam canister online.
Well, I've taken down 2 of the anti-fire beam turrets, so those should be much less of a problem.
All right, cease fire. We'll come peacefully.
What about all these other ships here?
Your team is en route, Alpha.
But
stand by.
I don't think these are as derelict as the...
This is the GTP Arcturus on docking approach to the Lone Wolf.
Just haul these guys out of here, Arcturus, so we can get back to the bar.
Whatever you say, Alpha 2.
Well, at least disabling the Lone Wolf went quickly. Well... I didn't get hit by an anti-fighter beam.
Omaha here. Command said you needed a capture crew.
We already have a capture team, Omaha. Identify yourself at 1.
Transmitting verification codes now.
The codes check out. The Omaha's the real deal, alright.
Then who is talking with us?
The Arcturus is a pirate vessel.
trying to capture the lone wolf. Alpha, we're sending another wing to your position. Data wing should be there soon. What in the...
Pirates are so devious.
Some of these derelicts aren't nearly as derelict as I'd like. Good. You can do with a little help.
It's an ambush! Defend the lone wolf!
The Arcturus is down. We are beginning docking procedures.
Man. Don't you just hate it when they turn out to be pirates masquerading as... Just hate it when they turn out to be pirates masquerading friendlies. Really need to train ourselves to say, identify yourself. Let's transmit verification codes.
More pirate fighters are arriving. Engage and destroy Alpha Wing.
This seems to be going really smoothly, though. This is going smoothly as it is.
Watch it, Alpha. I'm probably on an attack mission for the lone wolf.
Oh man, again I messed it up with the...
We have completed engine repairs, pilots. Escort the lone wolf until her jump drives charge.
Oh man, I disabled one of those bombers. Well, Red Wing is made of Hercules fighters. They are... Maybe I am grossly underestimating the Akaton SDGs, but my experience tells me that maximum cannons are much better than Akatons at taking out subsystems, taking out turrets, taking out, you know. Is it just me, or do I get a copyright every time I whistle like that?
We have the lone wolf. Alpha, you may return to base. Good. I could really do with a code one right about now. Well, I'm sure that the crew of the lone wolf will be happy to buy you one. We're getting back their ship. Gauge drives now, pilot.
Thanks to your efforts, devious pirate attack was thwarted, and the GTC Lone Wolf has been returned to us, only slightly the worse for wear. The repairs will not take too long to carry out, and the Lone Wolf should be back on active service for your next sortie. The civilians who seized the Lone Wolf have been placed under arrest. Their court hearing awaits, but it is unlikely they will be punished too severely. Pirates who took part in the attack trouble us no more, for Alpha Wing destroyed them all. While unfortunate, this was necessary. We must curb pirate activity in the system before it grows out of hand. Although they were unexpected, you handled the sentry guns well. It appears that someone had tampered with them before we arrived. Clearly, someone has put a lot of thought into this operation. Now get down to the bar. I think that this time, you've earned your drinks.
Right, well, yeah, cool. I think I played in a free phase 2 with the Derelict campaign. For now, I'm gonna move on to Wing Commander Prophecy. Right then. On break, doing stuff. Change the category. Get Heroic Games Launcher. Start the process of firing up Heroic Games Launcher. Type in that category. Boom, boom, boom. Add a stream marker. Get OBS back. Now it's just a waiting game for Heroic Games Launcher to show up. And for Wing Commander Prophecy, for me to fire up Wing Commander Prophecy. Now, I've added the now, I was told that they put out another fix for the model update pack. This fix will fix the crashes on the mission with the Leviathan carriers, the alien Leviathan carriers. It turns out it's actually nothing to do with the Leviathan and more to do with, and the real problem was a ship file that was corrupted or something. The real problem was a ship definition file that was corrupted. Somehow. Okay, I see the wine desktop now. It'll show up like 2 or 3 E4 times before it actually shows up for good, so let's... Right, wine desktop, where are you? Alright. Commander Prophecy, more, keep above others. Right. So, I just installed the high-res movie pack because the person who posted about it said they want to see me playing Wing Commander Prophecy with Unlimited and the high-definition movie pack, so it's rather unfortunate that the high-definition movies do not have any sound, but here you go. Missed you at mess this morning. Yeah, I wasn't in the mood. You weren't in the mood to eat. It's not the same as not being hungry. You can see the subtitles showing up for like 1 frame, and then the subtitles immediately disappear after that. Is that even the right aspect ratio for these videos? Looks like it's being stretched. And then you have the problems with the fact that these videos don't have sound. Oh boy. Wonder if there's anyone. Okay, so I'm on Linux, running this through Proton 10.10 through Heroic Games Launcher. It's the GOG.com version with the model update pack and Prophecy Unlimited and the high definition movie pack. It is not ODVS's version of the high definition movie pack. It is the original DVD movies. I don't know what's going on here, but, you know, the Wing Commander 4 DVD with the enhancement patch, I remember that working perfectly. Like, you had to use a very relatively new version of Proton, but you had to use a relatively new version of Proton, but it used libVLC, and that libVLC used Direct3D 11 to use the Direct3D 11 backend to play the videos, and Direct3D 11 can be used on Linux through DXVK. And the subtitles, the sound in the Wing Commander 4 DVD videos were all working perfectly. So how about we start a new game? See how much of an enhancement these DVD cutscenes are over the originals. When I was playing through Wing Commander 4 DVD, I remember it being a night and day difference. Dolby Digital, the sound of the future, now playing. Oh man. I remember seeing the train logo not only in Wing Commander 4, but also in several movies I went to at the theater. Origin, Recreate Worlds. Sadly, they were shut down by Electronic Arts in the early 2000s. Just because we get sounds in these cutscenes, in these FMVs. Okay, I remember having to press spacebar or escape to start this cutscene. During the reign of the Ancient Ones, Sivar himself appeared in a vision to the first prophetess of Kilra. His words are recorded in the Tome of Sivar. There is no sound in these cutscenes, unfortunately. I can play them in VLC, and you'll get sound working just fine. There shall come a time when one who has the heart of a Kilrathi, but is not Kilrathi born, shall rain cleansing fire down upon us, and Nathrak, the time of great darkness, shall embrace us. Oh, my childhood. This game is my childhood. A lot of people, for most other people, I guess, their childhood was either Sonic or Mario. My childhood was this game. It came in a pack of CDs that it came with the real 3D Starfighter graphics drivers. The graphics drivers obviously came with the real 3D Starfighter graphics card, but it also not only came with Wing Commander Prophecy, but also came with a whole bunch of other interesting demos and stuff. It was all on 3 CDs. I still remember some of the demos to this day. And the demos, some of the demos developed into full games, and you can go buy them on GOG.com right now. I remember there was also motocross racing. Well, there was a motorcycle racing game. I don't remember. I dare say this is much less of a night and day difference compared to Wing Commander 4 DVD. Because, the frame rate is still not exactly very good. And You know, the alien ship, it's quite low textures, quite low resolution for the textures of the alien ships, even in these FMV cutscenes. My goodness. Like with the Wing Commander 4 DVD cutscenes, you had higher frame rates, higher resolutions compared to the original cutscenes. But with these cutscenes, it's only higher resolution. It doesn't seem to be higher frame rate. I don't know how the Wing Commander 4 DVD version was distributed. Was it on 1 DVD, 2 DVDs, 3 DVDs? I know the GOG.com version of Wing Commander 4 DVD came all in one folder, but oh man. Billy Joe Kane was the lead designer of this game. John Blimsel, Rob Irving, Ben Potter. I can't read all those names. I don't have time. Oh yes, the Altarian brandy that Maestro got from the consulate's daughter. Okay, so again, this is Linux Kubuntu 2404 with Heroic Games Launcher under Proton 10.10. I have an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970 Intel Core i5 4690K. My graphics card, my NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970 has 4096 megabytes of VRAM. I think that's 4 gigabytes. And originally, when I first set it up to run under Wine with the Hero Games Launcher, I did not have the OpenGL patch installed. I decided to go for that full-on old-school look with DX3K with the shader, with the CRT scanline filter, with the DX3K with N-Glide set to direct 3D mode. When you have N-Glide set to direct 3D mode and you're using DX3K to translate direct 3D to Vulkan, you have options. You can do things like apply a scanline filter. Yeah. And that also helped me, that also made it possible for me to see the game running N-Glide in direct 3D mode, and the DX3K allowed me to see the game. I had to change a setting in the DX3K so that I could see the game. There's still no sound in the cutscenes. Oh boy. It's a shame, really, that there's still no sound in the cutscenes. Especially because the cutscenes are half the game. So here we get to take a look at all the fancy pants, upgraded ships, upgraded ship models. Piranha, Tiger Shark, Wasp, Panther, Shrike, Vampire, Devastator. Now, for the Panther, you have to apply another fix to it after you install the model update pack, because if you don't, the textures will be all messed up. And here's the Shrike. Here's the Vampire. Gosh, I wonder if he used the same model for the left pod and right pod. Here's the Devastator. Here's the Hercules Marine Landicraft. Refueling ship. Rescue ship. We're done in the database. Oh. Life simulator mission.
Welcome to the TCS Midway Combat Simulator. This system is comprised of several training details for Confed Academy pilots of varying levels of experience. This first mission encompasses basic flight and fighting tactics. The white arrow on your forward view is pointing to the first navigation buoy. Turn your ship to face this nav point. Once it is in front of you, the nav point should appear as a white cross. Fly to within 100 clicks of the buoy. Good. Now, turn your ship to face nav point 2. You will, again, need to fly to within 100 clicks of the nav buoy. Since it is a bit farther away, use your afterburners to increase your speed. Excellent. Now, stop your ship. Use the minus key to decrease your set speed to 0. When you stop, we'll do some basic target practice. There is now a target nearby. Use the T key to select this target. Watch for changes in your heads-up display. The selected target will appear, along with sensor data, such as alignment, range, shield strength, and armor level. The cursor in the center of your forward view will point you towards the target. Turn your ship to face the target and increase your speed to close in. Get within 20 clicks of the target.
By the way, you can use the / key to enable and disable auto slide.
Use T to select it, and then use the L key to lock the target. Target lock will engage the inertial target tracking system, as well as an advanced sensor package, which will allow you to identify the contents of cargo boxes. Using your ship's weapons, destroy this buoy. Press G to cycle through available guns. Press F to select full guns. Use the trigger on your joystick or the space bar on your keyboard to open fire. The next nav point is more than 100,000 clicks away. Flying manually to this point can take a very long time. To avoid this, use the autopilot feature. Press A when you see the auto light, and your ship will fly automatically to nav 3.
Oh man. I mean, what do I say here? I was gonna say something. I remember just being a kid and just screwing around in the simulation later mission. I remember picking a bomber or blowing up that station and just being an all-around naughty kid because I wanted to see what would happen. Well, I would like to see more people playing this game on Twitch, but this game is not for everyone. I mean, some people on Twitch have this routine where you can ask them to play a certain game. And I wonder if it'll be... And I just hope that they find out how to get this game running, because it's not exactly easy to get working on modern systems.
Now, stop your ship. Use the minus key to decrease your set speed to 0. When you stop, we'll do some basic target practice.
You don't have to press the minus key, you can press the backspace key. Then you can press the / key to go full speed.
The Inertial Target Tracking System, or ITTS, provides a green diamond which you can use as a bullseye when firing your guns and missiles. Close in on the Kilrathi drone. Turn your ship if the drone moves from your forward view. Line up the center of your view screen and a green ITTS diamond and open fire. If the target gets away from you, use the tab key to afterburn towards it.
Oh yeah. I really love how this Piranha lets me switch to the Stormfires instantly. Like I'm in full guns right now, I can press G right now to switch to the Stormfires. That's the feature I really like about with the Piranha. If only they had used that feature for the Shrike and Devastator, maybe I would have fewer complaints about the Shrike and Devastator. Guys. What difficulty? Is it Ace? It's Veteran.
Congratulations! You have successfully completed this simulation detail.
Mission accomplished.
Completed Prophecy, my childhood. I think the first time I saw this game was at a relative's farm. Oh man. I remember being able to fly right through the Midway there as a kid. May have something to do with the pilot of the Midway there. Like, I remember there being a simulator mission where you had to fight a rogue version of yourself, a clone of yourself, and you could not, for the life of yourself, hit that clone of yours with your own weapons, and you had to rely on your wingmen. I wonder if because your gunshots just would not hit your clone. Only your wingmen's gunshots could hit your clone. Dang. No sound in the cutscenes yet again. That's probably a Linux-only issue. I don't know. That's probably something that only happens on Linux. I assume this was fully tested on Windows, and because, the developers of this Prophecy Unlimited, they're using Windows. Good to see that I am getting 2 viewers. Wow. Thank you very much. Well, at least the video isn't black. At least the video shows up properly. But the audio does not work. Hello, Zero. that black guy is O'Hearn. Zero. And of course, the player is Lance Casey. You get to pick Lance Casey's call sign. I probably shouldn't be doing that. Lance Casey. So, you have to go to the briefing room when you're ready. Let's do that right now. You see, the subtitles only show up for 1 frame less than a second. Oh man. The subtitles should be lasting longer. But, I don't know what to do about this, or if I can do anything. I'm on Linux, and any errors that occur do not show up in the log for the game. Like, you can report errors running the game if the game fails to launch, or you can report errors. I do believe Heroic will collect any error log messages from the game. Boy. But maybe this is why he wanted me to test out Prophecy Unlimited. So that he knew how well the high-definition movies would work under Linux. I'll consider this the official test results. Here is Blair this and Blair that. Is he 4,000 years old or something? Is he 4,000 years old or something? 84,000. 84,000. At the time, I was also a fan of other sci-fi movies like The Fifth Element, and I don't know what else. Man, I'm still tired as poo. Oh, I could play another simulator mission, but do I really want to, or do I want to quit here? I'll keep going for a little while longer. Play one or two missions.
Welcome to the TCS Midway Combat Simulator. This detail will expand upon your existing knowledge of maneuvering, targeting, and weapons control. A Confederation transport and her escorts are being harassed by a wing of Kilrathi raiders. Autopilot to Nav-1 and assist the Confed forces.
I'm also glad that my GPU is not having too much trouble with the enhanced broadcasting. I feared that would be a problem. I feared that would be much more of a problem.
Experience and will require your assistance.
How many of them did I kill? 3, 2...
A pair of light fighters have located you and are en route to your position. Lead them to Nav-3
it's like my GPU is struggling a bit here.
Use autopilot to reach Nav-3. Your wingmen will follow.
How about we look in the How about we look inside these cargo boxes? Apparently they have swarm or AB missiles in them.
Kilrathi presence is heavy in this area. Take out every enemy ship, and be careful of asteroids.
Man, I've had to deal with worse.
Their escorts.
Mayday! This is the TCS Marburg! 20 ships in the area! We need assistance!
Your nav leader has reselected Nav.1. Go there to assist the Confed transport.
I'm having a lot of trouble aiming at these guys. If this was free space, it would be much harder. Now I remember the Mission 1 music being played on later. Mission 1 and Mission 2, that was in the OEM version. I suppose they had to make space for other things. Now I have tiger sharks for this nav. Any ship in Wing Commander Prophecy that has mass drivers will also have charging mass. The charging mass is really good for taking care of ships that are flying directly at you, that are flying head-on at you. 8. That's worse than my previous scores. But, let's just go. Let's just go. Oh, wasn't too happy about that. I wonder if you can see the subtitles, even if for a split second. It's a bit weird having no sound in these cutscenes. Here's the captain. When I saw him in Wing Commander for the first time for a long time, he was like a childhood hero of mine. He is. When I saw him being the Admiral of the Union of Border Worlds, and he's unfortunately passed away today. Oh boy, I'm dozing off right in the middle of a briefing, good grief. Oh, you got that smug look on your face, Stiletto.
Your wing will deploy when the Midway jumps into the Wrecca system.
And voila, we have sound.
Provide primary escort for a Marine LC, with your Alpha Wing providing additional support.
Poo poo poo.
Escort the Marines to the remains of the Kilrathi fleet.
Poop.
Your objective there is this Frothy 2 class cruiser. SWAC scans have detected faint life signs aboard. The LC will dock with the damaged ship, and Colonel Decker will lead a detachment of Marines aboard to recover the ship's data log and locate any survivors. When the Marines have returned to their ship, escort them back to the Midway.
Right. Now we hear a few more words from Commodore Blair. And we get to our fighters. I think after this I'm gonna quit. After I fly this mission, I'm gonna quit. Dozing off already.
About time you rookies decided to join us.
Don't start, maniac.
Now that you scrubs have figured out how to get here, let's engage our autopilots and get on with it.
I had to look up how to set up the high-definition movies on the Wing Commander CIC. It was in one of the news articles.
Mother of God. Don't get floppy, kids. They could be anywhere.
Looks like the cats had one hell of a party. Too bad we missed it.
Okay, we've docked at the cruiser, Alpha Wing. You watch our backs.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Alpha Wing, this is Marine 1. The engagement area is littered with dead cats. Whatever hit them hard. Confirm the location of ship's auxiliary log. Downloading.
Whoa, heads up, plebes. We got company.
Where the hell did they come from?
Those aren't Kilrasi fighters.
Alpha Wing, we're taking fire. We're bugging out.
Crap! All craft, break and attack! Wait!
They're shooting! Oh man.
Marine 1 dusting off.
Eat your heart out, Blair!
I love that feature of the Piranha. You can just switch from full guns to the Stormfire instantly. Ah.
Did you see that? Making my attack now, sir. Oh, I'm almost impressed.
Direct hit.
Boy, the more aliens we kill, the better. I'm sure those are aliens that want to.
Can make it home alone, because I gotta catch up with my
Sure,
patrol.
you only shoot the aliens that want to kill you.
Mission.
Ta-da! A mighty success for the Confederation.
Thanks for the escort, ladies.
Alpha 1 requesting landing clearance.
Nice flying, Lieutenant. You're cleared to land.
Oh man. Attention, attention, there's a fluctuation in the main power grid. Oh man. This cutscene. Also, I don't know if the cutscene is in the right aspect ratio. It looks like it's stretched. Looks like the cutscene is supposed to be in 4:3 aspect ratio, but due to the letterboxing, but it got stretched to widescreen instead of cropping off the top and bottom. You can't really do that for every cutscene in this game, though. And this is in 1280 times 720. tired as poo. So tired. Too bad the audio for these cutscenes isn't working. Otherwise, it would be a much better experience. I suppose the ODVS versions of these cutscenes are cropped to 69. Oh yeah, he says Nathrak here, and Nathrak was the name of something that refers to Excalibur. Gotta go scramble mission, but not today.
All pilots to your ships.
Thank you very much for coming. I really do appreciate it. I really do make it feel like it's worth it for me to keep streaming. Please, I wonder if I can raid someone. I don't think I'll be able to raid who I want to raid, but I'll give it a try, of course not. No, I don't think it's worth raiding anyone. So, anyway, I will see you next Saturday. Goodbye.